G'day everyone, how you doing? It's Will Nicholas again from neveroddoreven. I'm sorry, it's been a little while since I've posted. I've had a fairly busy couple of weeks. We've been working on some things here at the neveroddoreven workshop, and there'll be some big reveals in the next little while of some new projects that I'm working on, including a whole bunch of live stuff, so we'll see how that goes. If you've been watching the Facebook page, you'll have seen that I have posted some articles there for interest that I've been thinking about, especially along the science fiction lines. And you will also have noticed my son Charlie and I went to Luna Park last week, and we had a really good time, and he did a little bit of a YouTube host in training kind of stuff with a live broadcast from there, so check that out too. But on to what you've all been waiting for. The Game of Phones competition continues. The game continues. The great wheel keeps turning. So what I'm going to do now is just move on to a recap of the current scoring. And as you can see, last time we left off, Robin was 8, Ben 7, Zach 3, Adam 2, Elliot 2, Nick 1, and Braden 1. So that's where we're up to. You'll remember last time you had to find an emoji that most reflected or represented me, and let's see how people went with that. Now, first off the rank was Adam. Very speedy, very quick, very small. Yes, very, very tiny looking thing there. It's hard to see, but Adam has emojed me as a wizard. So there you go, a little wizard there, emojing. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, Adam. That gets you 1 point for playing and 1 point for being first. So that's pretty cool for you, Adam. Now, next off the rank was Elliot. Elliot has gone into the world of Bitmoji and made use of Elliot's close relationship by putting in not only an emoji of myself with fabulous glasses, but also an emoji of himself in there as well. So there we are, fam jam, having a party, getting down. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty good. So 1 point for you, Elliot. I'm going to hold off on the creative one at the moment because I'm a little uncertain. There's some pretty heavy creativity gone into this particular part of the competition. But 1 point for being in there, Elliot. Good work. Next we have Ben. Now Ben has gone for my glasses, which is good. Not a bad rendition of the angle and shape of my face. Certainly I like to be happy, which is an emotion, and I also like to wear hats. So thanks, Ben, very creative, good work there. Not sure what's quite happened with my mouth there, but you know, if I look closely at that, it does look a little creepy, but that's okay. So thanks for the creativity. 1 point for being involved, Ben, and you're in the running for the creativity. Alright, next we've got Nick. Now Nick's sent me 2 squids. I don't know that Nick, you've understood the competition rules here completely. It was about me, and these squids I think are for Adam. Although I am responsible for the famous octopus stole my jetpack RPG scenario, which I have promised and now have been foreshadowing and over foreshadowing. Actually, I did send a message to Adam the other day to ask him if he would be happy to come on the show, and he's agreed to do that. So we might have an interview, a live cross to Launceston, Tasmania, to have a chat with Adam about his feelings about cephalopods. Okay, so Nick, you'll get 1 for participating, and that's really good. And I think I've got 1 more. Yes, Robin. Thanks, Robin. You've gone for the classic emoji, but added the glasses, which is fantastic. And I actually think this is a pretty good response. I can kind of pull the face. Ready? I look a bit like sick. I look like I'm gonna throw up or something. Yeah. Anyway. I like that everybody's kind of gone with a happy motif, so that's really good. And I have some fairly distinctive features that show up. So thank you for everybody who has participated in our Game of Phones emoji section. Now, I just wanted to follow through here. Now, I have decided that I was going to give it to Ben. Ben, you've been really creative. I like the hat. and I've been able to get past the creepiness. So that puts us in an interesting position. We have a tie for first place. Robin's 9, Ben 9, Adam 4, coming up through the ranks there, Adam, good work. Zach 3, Elliot 3, Nick 2, and Braden coming in at 1 point. So, on to our next competition. Let me give a little bit of background for what I'm looking for here. As those of you who are into space will know, on the 16th of July 1969, the Apollo 11 spacecraft was launched up into space. And I'm feeling a little nostalgic about that because it's pretty cool to think that happened 50 years ago. So here we are today on July 19th when the lunar orbit insertion took place, and during tomorrow there will be a whole bunch of stuff celebrating the lunar landing on the 20th of July 50 years ago. I think it's a phenomenal effort with the technology of the day that they were able to travel over to the moon. Look, it's one of my personal life goals and dreams to actually get to the moon, and to stand there to see the Earth from the moon would just be phenomenal. Don't know if I'll live that long, but certainly it's an exciting thing to consider. And so I feel a little nostalgic in this 50 years on. So look, what I'm going to do is I found this particular Game of Phones tag. I always have trouble doing this. I've got to put it in front of me. There we go. Find something nostalgic. Something, and maybe something from around this date in July that appeals to you, that's more than 50 years ago, that you can kind of go, yeah, if I could time travel, or if I could go into the future, and realize that or replicate that with greater technology, what would I want to do? What gets you dreaming? What gets you hoping? What makes you wish you could go back to see something, or go forward to replicate something? Find something you find to be nostalgic. That's right. Now get a picture. You can write a short text if you want. You can create a diorama. Nick, you could get out there and paint some miniatures. That would be awesome if you wanted to do something like that. But certainly something nostalgic would be awesome. All right, that's that. Now I just wanted to, what have I got next on my slideshow? Nothing. Excellent. That's pretty much a wrap for today. I will be back later on in the week. I believe I have a loot crate coming, and I'm looking forward to opening my loot crate. I really appreciate the community that's growing. We're up to 43 subscribers now. Robin and I are going to get together and film the next era of Civilization 6, and I did produce a what do you call it? A Adventures in Azeroth episode, but the audio failed. I know, the audio failed. I was trying really hard to get that to work, but it didn't work. So I'm going to have to work out how to represent that, because it was awesome stuff. Don't you hate it when you do awesome stuff and then you lose it? So anyway, I'm going to have a think about how I can do that, and I'll get back to you with that next episode ASAP. Alright, thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing your nostalgic moments, and hopefully I won't make you wait too long to work through them. This is episode 8 of Game of Phones, and I'm going to bring the competition season to a close at episode 10. So it's a bit of a warning for you guys. And in the next 2 ones, after this one of course, I'm gonna put in some bonus point stuff so that those at the bottom might be able to do a bit of a catch up if they're lucky. Alright, thanks again for joining me, and until next time, keep on gaming.